There are many reasons why Trump won, and the single biggest factor in Trump's victory was the emergence of a new bloc of voters, a group of voters who never before have acted in unison. Donald Trump won the white vote. For the first time in history, white people voted in a way only minority groups tend to. How could this happen? It was clear from the beginning that his campaign would rely on a massive turnout of white voters. But these days, it's hard to achieve a high turnout, and white people don't vote as a bloc. I think this is why pundits underestimated his chances of victory. If Trump had run in any previous election, I doubt he could have won. But there's a big difference between 2012 and 2016. In the last 4 years, anti-white rhetoric has been normalized. In the words of Bernie Sanders, when you're white, you don't know what it's like to be living in a ghetto. You don't know what it's like to be poor. Now, there's a big difference between him and the Democratic establishment, but Trump supporters weren't voting against Hillary Clinton. They were voting against political correctness. There is the idea that there's no such thing as racism towards white people because of things like white privilege. White people are called racist just for disagreeing with progressive narratives, while other racial groups get away with saying the most hateful things about whites. Or at least that's how white people see it. Whether there is or is not a rise in anti-white racism, white people believe this is the case. The Washington Post found this in their research this summer. A lot of white Americans feel unfairly treated. They feel demonized. They feel hated. They feel like some kind of pushback is needed. And that is why for the first time in US history, the white vote came into existence. So for any Democrats who may be watching this, if you ever want to achieve electoral success again, before you lecture people on white privilege, just think about how it makes them feel. Even if you know you're morally justified in doing so, that doesn't mean it's a strategy that will work. I'm only half white, and it makes me feel demonized. It just doesn't work.